I think I'm gonna call this video's approach to Ippon, just because I want to make sure that it's not only the study of the Ippon itself, but also the things that are happening before the Ippon that we're looking at. So yeah, I think approach to Ippon is a good name for it. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to another Kendo Tips video. My name is Jose. I'm a Jonan in Kendo, and today we're going to do an approach to Ippon from Uchimura. Anyways, before I keep going with the video, I'm going to say that please, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so you know when I'm posting new videos. Also the like button, it really helps the channel grow and all these videos to get spread out. Trying to make it to 1,000, so it will be really helpful. But let's keep going with this video. This video, of course, it's highly opinionated. It's a lot of opinion and just like perception that I get from these videos. So if you have a different opinion, if you see something that I didn't, or you want to share some of the comments you may have from what you see in the video, please leave them in the comments below. I will really appreciate it. We can have a conversation that will be really nice. Let me tell you a little bit about what I have going on. So I chose a video from Uchimura, fighting Teramoto, just because I feel like it couldn't be any bigger difference in height. And it's just kind of interesting to me to see how, you know, you can be shorter and you can still winning. So I feel like sometimes there's a little bit of a myth that the taller guy has the advantage. So I don't think that's necessarily the case, right? I do have to say that yes, height can give you an advantage in the sense that you have more reach, but also throwing your technique from further away can also make it more predictable. You still have to close in the distance, you still have to use semi. So yes, I think everybody's going to have different challenges. I think everybody is going to have their challenges and also their advantages. It's just a matter of, you know, getting to know your Kendo and using it to your best advantage. Anyways, let me show you what I have prepared for you. One of the first things I'm going to say, and I've been talking about this a lot in my streams. Oh, which by the way, I stream on Sundays at 3:30 p.m. So pass by and just have a good time watching Kendo. But anyways, I've been talking about this for a long time. I call it anchoring, and it's the use of the pushing leg, the engagement of the pushing leg, and have it ready to go. So one little example that I'm gonna show you here, it's actually right here. I'm gonna say from this match, this would probably be a good example from it. Even though he does it consistently, he does it several times, right? So if you see here, he kind of starts pushing forward, and as soon as he puts that right foot down and brings the left foot forward, that left leg is engaged to push forward again, right? So, and if you see, even though he starts stretching his leg forward, the left leg hasn't really left the engagement and is ready to push forward in case he needs to just, you know, throw a waza at any time. So I think that's a very important aspect of Kendo that I see a lot of times. Maybe people kind of, when they're doing these type of motions, they kind of let go of the pressure from the rear leg and they put more weight on the forward leg. The weight is distributed pretty evenly between both feet, but there's more pressure coming in from the left leg, kind of pushing forward, constantly pushing forward. Ready to explode forward as well. Okay, one of the main differences that I noticed from Uchimura's approach compared to Ega is that he has a little bit more of a control. Maybe control is not the best word, but a little bit more control or calm approach to closing the distance, right? Where I feel like Ega was kind of making movements in order to make the opponent react and make a mistake. I feel like Uchimura is trying to come in, take the center, and take control of the opponent's sword before he comes in and closes the distance. I think both approaches are valid, and I'm not saying that Ega doesn't do it. I'm just saying that, you know, I noticed that style more on Uchimura, by the way. Now, what I want to show you is I want to show you the first Ippon that Uchimura gets in here, and let's watch it. Okay. Obviously, Uchimura, it's famous for his kotes, right? So, but let's see a little bit of what happened in here. One thing though I have to say is that at this point we're like about 6, maybe 5 minutes into the match, right? Like between, yeah, we're about 5 minutes into the match. At this point, I feel that Uchimura has already gauged a lot of the reactions that Teramoto may have and some of the things that he may do, some of the habits that he has. So I'm pretty sure that he's using in some way that information to kind of help his body and help him make that opening for the Ippon. He puts pressure, and look what I really like what he does here with the feet, right? So he puts pressure with one foot and immediately the left foot comes forward. You notice that? Look at that. He tries to kind of take the shinai of Teramoto from above, kind of like trying to maybe fake him out for a man, but also kind of being able to be ready to control the shinai. Now, as soon as Teramoto feels that men trend, he covers it. And Uchimura, probably using some of that information that I told you about before, and also his amazing skills at changing the direction of the shinai, he hits that kote. Now, one thing that I really like and I want to mention is, like, a lot of times when we try to replicate those type of motions, what we want to do is make sure that we use the left hand properly. Even though that his left hand, it's away from his center, right? When he pulls the shinai, he's pulling towards his body. Instead of, a lot of times I feel like people try to pull away from the body to replicate that motion, to try to get that angle, where I feel like a lot of times, in order to get more power and to get a very nice sound, you need to just use your right hand as a pivot and use the left hand to create the power and get a nice strike. Obviously, he's lining up the shinai with the kote. And one little tip and one little, I don't think it's a secret, but one little tip that I got a while back is that you want to try to align your shinai with the opponent's shinai in order to make sure that you get a nice kote. And if you see in slow motion right here, by the time that Teramoto's kind of like in that cover position, I don't know if you can really see it. I'll try to overline it, but he's aligning to where the shinai is, and he gets that nice cut right on the kote, right? To be honest, I like the last Ippon way more than the first one, so let's actually watch that one. Okay, so let's see what happened there. Uchimura is trying to close in the distance, right? Of course, he gets into that anchor and he's taking control over the sword. Again, a little bit different than what Ega was doing. He was trying to kind of make more the opponent come out of nervousness and trying to overreact. Uchimura is kind of trying to get control, and of course, Teramoto kind of overreacts out of it. But Uchimura is already in a position of control, and he does some type of kaeshi. Let me see. Yeah, more like a kaeshi motion, right? Around, and again, using the left hand. Look how he's pulling toward his body, lining up the right hand with the man, and gets a nice man. Remember when I said that the anchoring can happen also with the forward foot? Is that, look what happens with the right foot and the left foot. So right now he's trying to put pressure when he anchors the left foot to go forward, right? But then right here, he anchors himself onto the right foot, right? In order to create power to go back. I think it's very important that whenever you're in kamae, you're not leaning in any way. You're trying to keep your weight distributed between both feet, but obviously you want to always keep the pressure to go forward. But in the case that you need to go back, you need to engage that foot. You need to anchor it. I'm gonna say that because that's my term, I guess, now. You want to anchor it to push whichever direction you want to go. I think that's a very important aspect when it comes to being ready to execute a waza, and in order to get a nice execution on that waza with a good sound, good body into it, a good kikin taichi, and just to make a beautiful Ippon. The aspect that I want to make sure that I practice for myself is that whenever I'm trying to hit those awkward angles with my shinai, make sure that I want to keep my left hand coming towards the center of my body rather than pulling away. You want to make sure that you're always pulling towards your body rather than either using your right arm or pulling away from your body. Hope that that's useful for you. If you have any suggestion of any other videos, any other techniques specifically that you want me to break down and slow it down and just share with you, please let me know in the comments below. Send me a message, and if you have any questions, any opinions, also please leave them in the comments below. I think that's all I wanted to share with you today. I really hope you enjoyed. Please, if you enjoyed, let me know, and any suggestions you may have for any future videos. But in the meantime, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Also share with anybody that you think might enjoy these videos. And yeah, Thank you again very much for watching. I really can't wait to hear from you. And thank you. You guys stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.